TWR presents your daily video with the best market news, signals, and alerts. TWR simply is your one-stop shop. TWR Tweaky Tuesday. Activate your 2-day trial of TWR All Access on the Discord platform.
In the traders war room, warring with the market every day we on Zoom. Never gonna quit, ain't no way we gonna lose. I done made a profit and it's way before noon.
Stay tuned at the end for upcoming products and services. TWR Alert Update. Some days are slower than others, but we still made some money. Overnight killer pins, we went ahead and entered at 90. We went out and came out main position at 104. You put those runners with the stop loss at 95. You make that risk-free and all green. RCL almost had us fooled because we were about to pull the plug at this at just a little bit above break even, but as soon as we came out at the 62, which was only $2 profit, it started popping off and we ended up riding the wave and took this bad boy almost for the 2x. 60 all the way to 110. Again, you bring that stop loss to that 90 area and everything is at least $30 profit and all green, baby. Carvana ended up popping just like we thought it would. Today, we went ahead and secured. We got into this meme category stock at 160. Got a little bit of hate because as soon as we got into it, it did its meme volatility thing and it dumped and jumped and dumped and jumped. And I said, hey, stay the course. We'll make some money on this. Well, today, it popped up at 175. We took out position and we didn't need to be greedy. We went ahead and just took it all and made profit and walked to the bank. And SPY, from the get-go, you guys know that follow TWR trades. We went ahead and we identified the downtrending pressure, and we went ahead and went in at SPY, entered there at 49. We went ahead and closed out main position at 70. All you got to do when you got trades like this, you bring that stop loss above break even, you ride the wave, and you take this on its way to Profitsville. Look, these are just me. I have over 30 analysts and multiple algos that push that fire every day. Bangers just like these. TLM with a quick momentum play on QQQ, going in at 137, coming out at 167 for the trim. Shiner absolutely destroying A-net puts, going in at 590, coming out with $400 profit, absolutely killer. Right now, we have the most accurate guy on any other platform, Kingmaker. He is out there killing the competition, and he's making other people bend the knee, and he's perfect for TWR because that is exactly what we do. We make that market bend the knee at Traders War Room, and with TWR, we bow to nobody. Kingmaker is helping TWR stick to that promise and making people rich. We got those leap trades too for the people that don't have time to watch the market every day. Look at this PLTR, man. This has been in there for a minute. Entry at 230, went ahead and closed out main position today at 330. That's over $100 per contract. Leap trades left 2 for the duration because you got until 17 January of 2025. Might as well since it's trending, right? He also had another trade on SoFi. Been waiting on this one for a while. Entered this way back when at 195. Went ahead and pulled the trigger today at 295. Again, leaving 2 for the duration because you got almost a year and a half on this, and it is only bound to go up from here with the good news, right? I told you about those algorithms. Take a look at this one. This one I call the Terminator. It's our swing bot. It's made with a proprietary algorithm that TWR created, and it utilizes machine learning. So the idea is it gets better and better as it evolves along its life cycle. This one is the swing one. It goes long positions because the market always goes up in theory, and it gives you the percentage of wins it's had thus far with the amount of trades it closed. This thing is absolutely a destroyer of the marketplace, and this thing does not like to lose. Like I said, the algorithm wants to get better and better, so if it does take a loss, it gets better and it comes back with a vengeance, man. That's why we call it the Terminator. Another algo, again, you're not going to find this on any other platform. This is a scalping one, again, utilizing the proprietary algorithm that TWR created. And this one goes both long and short and scalps the SPX and the NDX. And it gives you the suggested contract, the QQQ or the SPY, but it can also be utilized with any liquid, high volatility, and high volume ticker that's associated with the Qs or the SPYs that are moving and shaking. And this thing just goes in and out, in and out, in and out, scalps the market, whether it's long or short, all throughout the day from bell to bell. This thing is an absolute killer, and this thing is definitely one that's out there making money. Again, you're not going to find this anywhere other than the TWR platform. Here's another trade it got into earlier today as well. Again, like I said, only on TWR. Now, you're probably like, man, all these guys do is options and stuff. Nah, man, we got something for everybody, every style, and every budget. Check out our Forex guy right here. This guy is the best in the business. Infinity Forex, he pushes the idea in the Forex market, and this guy rarely misses. I mean, he boasts about a 90% win average, and when he pushes out those Forex pairs, you want to pay attention because he's pushing out the information that is making people money. So this Forex guy right here, if you want that Forex money, TWR is your home. You want stocks, man? Mr. M, he is the stock master, and he be putting out that fire, guys, all throughout the day. Small caps and mid cap stocks, he just puts them out, and people be making money. Yell, CTNT, man, he'll put out 5 to 10 different tickers all throughout the day and give you the price targets while you ride the wave. Now, if you like competitions or account challenges, we got the small account 500 to 5,000 option challenge. We got the 2023 penny stock portfolio challenge. We even got the Christmas club challenge, man. We got something for everybody, every style, and every type of budget. $100 to $1,000 per day is possible as a TWR market warrior. So quit wasting that money that's not making bank. Join TWR. The link is in the description. TWR YouTube Trade Update. All right, give you guys an update on our TWR YouTube July number 6 trade, LYV. Now, we had a nice trim on this one at 90, but we definitely took a big dump on some antitrust stuff. We took a average down yesterday, and we got our average to 21. So we're still waiting on this one. We still have time, and we're still going to rock this one out. But I just want to give you guys a little update. So far, we're 5 for 5 on July trades, and I'd like to get this one in the win category and make that 5 for 5 into 6 for 6, because we're already moving on. Later on in the video, we got the August number 1 YouTube trade coming at you. Market news. All right, so this is probably the hottest news that's going to affect the market the biggest, okay? The 25 trillion treasury market is in the spotlight as the U.S. loses its AAA rating for a second time. Now, some analysts are kind of chalking this up to, it's a second-rate, analytical firm that's giving the rating. But don't let that fool you guys into thinking. There's a lot of people that put credentials onto the U.S.'s credit rating, and going from AAA to AA plus for the U.S. gets investors into the thinking that it's instability, okay? And that's the key thing. When big money is thinking instability, they start to get weary about their finances and usually start to pull things out of equities and start to go into cash type of investments, okay? So just be careful, and it may not happen tomorrow, but I would not be surprised if we see some volatility and specifically some downtrending sell-off happen. Starbucks underwhelmed with mixed results. They were really banking on the U.S. for, robust, quarterly earnings, and they actually kind of came in below estimates. China was surprisingly, robust, more than they thought, but the investors weren't putting as much relevance into that as they thought, because they figured the U.S. e-commerce would hold up the flag, but it didn't do as well. So Starbucks is definitely looking pretty bearish right now. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Starbucks go and attack that $90 range here sooner than later. And Tesla looking pretty rough right now. Got some investigations on steering problems. Now, what typically happens, and this may be a good opportunity to get yourself a quick money-making play on Tesla. Tesla likes to go short in pre-market, spike up at the bell, and then take the dump off these type of events. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see Tesla down, getting investors kind of leery on Tesla, and then it spikes up because big money starts to come in, and then it hits a threshold. Probably you see a nice big fat wick off of 15-minute, and then you start to see some downtrending pressure happen. So look for the reversal, and you might be able to get yourself a decent little payday off of a short Tesla play. And finally, AMD doing its thing with the earnings, aftermarket spiking up pretty good. But I want you guys to understand this is all AI driven. And when we're talking about AI specifically, we're starting to get into that bubble realm where evaluations are more robust than the actual fundamentals are coming out and being played with earnings. Okay, understand that evaluations are one thing, but when they get ramped up, so businesses that are in this AI realm, they're getting, billions and billions of dollars of evaluation on top of their fundamentals, and they're getting inflated. And when the earnings come out and they get looked at and they don't produce the reports that give the justification to the earnings, they're going to start taking dives. Okay, so just be ready for that. There's going to be winners, there's going to be losers, but not everybody that's in this AI cloud and this AI game is going to be continuing on their upward trajectory. Okay, some of them are going to take the cool down period, and specifically are going to get people that run up the stock, and then profit taking is going to be very sharp so that they can get the stock back down to a fundamental fair price, and then you'll start to see the big money investors come back in. Market trends. All right, so your market trend is bearish. Your leader index is DIA. Hottest sector is industrials. Worst sector, utilities. Top stock, ANET. Worst stock is rock. Heat map of the S&P 500. You can definitely see why the market was so hesitant to jump. Red pretty much sprinkled all over with just green sprinkles in a lot of the smaller stuff. Sector performance, industrials and technology only green, with utilities and consumer discretionaries lagging big time. Biggest gainers and anything in the yellow box is something I'm paying attention to. CAT. Now, specifically with ANET and CAT, I'd actually be looking for probably the put side of the house from this absolute run that they just had. CAT likes to run hard, but it likes to cool down as well. 287, that's a big move for CAT. I would not be surprised if CAT pushes a little bit more, but it cools back down, going all the way to like 265 to retest that area. AMD is another one. It could skyrocket, go to 125, something like that, but it likes to cool back down. So I think back down to 120, 117 to retest and see if it can hold. Lee's another one. China has been struggling, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see that come back down. Crowd is interesting, though. Crowd's starting to break out, so I do like Crowd for a push all the way up into 175, 180 before we start to see the backtracking. So we'll be paying attention to those in the stock section here in a moment. Biggest losers, and again, anything in the yellow boxes, something I'm paying attention to. I'm riding Uber down right now. Neo, Dash, I'm definitely looking for some downside pressure. JD is China, EA, disappointing earnings there. We'll be paying attention to some of these stocks in the stocks section here in a moment. So definitely, if you want more insight into my ideas on these particular things, pay attention to that section here shortly. Sector rotation, we're paying attention to energy and industrials. Big check on industrials, all right? There's a lot of money flowing into the industrials as it's been neglected for a long time. So paying attention to some of the industrial names that have been beat up for a while and are starting to break out. Insider transactions. Now, a couple of these have my interest. Grill is one of them, and Vero are ones I'm paying attention to. Grill, actually, I've been paying attention to that stock for a while. This insider transaction has me interested. I'm going to be paying attention to that for a while and see if it has any spikes off of this. Maybe the insider knows something we don't. And the same idea here with the insider transactions to the sell side. We want to pay attention to this because why are the insiders selling? Could it be a scheduled sell, just normal, taking some bread off the table? Or is there something something else, fundamentally stating why people are taking money off the table in these particular stocks. So we're paying attention to these and see if we can get some downtrending pressure on some of these, or maybe a little bounce play. Stocks that I like. Okay, so here's how the chart's gonna go. Basically, you're gonna see three colors: purple, blue, and red. The purple, that's our battle zone, all right? Triggers on the high and the low that give us the idea of continuation to either our high target, which is blue, or our low target, which is red. Definitely gotta use these as trigger points and ideas, because the volatility of the market can change the landscape in an instant, okay? So very cautious, head on a swivel, and be ready to attack. SPY saw some downward trending today and definitely lost some of its moving averages. However, we wicked out from the bottom. But with some of this news, it'll be interesting to see if SPY can hold this level and continue up, with some of these earnings not being so great. So I am betting that SPY will probably retrace back and test some of the lower levels. So we'll be probably looking for puts first, and if we can hold the level, then reverse the idea if we get the bullish notion and go to calls. AMD absolutely did fantastic with earnings, but it's all AI driven. You can see it spiked up way high and then pulled back pretty sharply. Battle zone area, hold this as your trigger, okay? It could definitely retrace and pull right back down given the environment of instability in the marketplace, but it could just as easily find some wind underneath its sails and go just trace right through 125 on its way to 130. So we'll use the trigger point right there in the purple as kind of our gauge, and if we get the notions of the bullish move, don't be afraid to pull the trigger, but also be ready to go for the reverse side of the house and ride this thing back down if we get the bearish flag. Crowd popped out a little bit. I like crowd for a bullish push here. I think we could see a little bit of downward trending, especially if the overall market downward trends, but I do think that we get some support and we go and attack that 170 area. I got a price target at 175 before we really start to see any type of resistance. So if we can hold this battle zone area, it's smooth sailing up to the 170, 175, where we'll start to see some of that resistance come into play. Cat did really well today. However, Cat is one of those that it pops up out of this zone and it pops up very sharply and then it retraces back. You can kind of see the consolidation zone from 255 to about 265. That's about $10 to $15 range. It popped up to 265 all the way to 287. That's about a 20-something dollar move. I could see it retracing back down about $5 to $7, finding that support area. So just be ready for the decline on this particular ticker, because it's done it time and time again from the bullish move. It loves to sell off and come back down to retrace some of those lower levels. Starbucks, another one that underwhelmed on earnings. It was kind of mixed results. I do think that this one comes back down. I got the trigger right there at about 100. You can see that it didn't do that bad. I mean, it was down and kind of fluctuated, and it's only down, 1.24, whatever, in after hours. I do think that we continue to the downside and slide. I wouldn't be surprised if here in a week or two we're retesting the 95s. And CVS is interesting. We got an inverted cup and handle, and I actually like this one for a pop from here. CVS has been kind of beat up here recently. It's definitely lower than it has been for a while. I like this one for a bullish push to the upside. I think that we could see 76, maybe even $80 if we get enough, volume underneath our belts. But a push to 76, maybe 78 would be right in range of a decent earnings trade for this one. And it does have earnings coming tomorrow, so this will be one to look for at the bell, specifically on how they do earnings pre-market, seeing if they do well and seeing if they get some volume going into the market day. TWR free trade alert. All right, and this trade is going to count as the TWR YouTube trade, August #1 trade. We're going to go ahead and look for a long trade in CVS. We're going to look at that $77 call. We're going to push out until August 11th. This will depend on how it does on earnings. We want the price to be around 80 to 85. If it spikes more than $1 on some good earnings, we're not really interested in this particular one. We'll probably look to a different contract, but this is the preferred one. It has the volume, it has the delta to theta ratio we like. We want this one. I think this one over the long term, especially on some decent earnings and a good volume push, can get us a 2x, and that's what we're really going for. You buy 5 or 10 contracts of this and you're looking at some serious money and a decent return. PayPal, this is one I got high hopes on. Earnings are coming up, and I think it's been beat up for so long. It's due, okay? I like the area where it's at. The chart is primed. This thing used to be a $200-$300 stock. It's definitely ready to rock to the upside. I think that this can easily go and pop up to $80. I think the earnings are going to be okay. At least they're going to be in line, if not better than expected, and I think it's going to do well. So I'd be looking for calls at this level, and if we get a little bit of downtrending pressure based off of overall market, I'd be looking for the long entry going through earnings with a lotto. Now, don't go in deep on it because PayPal likes to disappoint, but I would be looking at a lotto trade on this one to the long side. I'm liking Shop right here. I think they have a 50-50 chance in earnings. They're definitely got some room to go to the upside, and the chart kind of gives the indication that they got the sideways movement kind of in this range. It's been looking like it's been wanting to break to the 70s for a while now. I think that going into earnings, this could definitely get the job done. So we'll be looking at the battle zone and looking for the triggers to the upside. I'm more bullish on this one than bearish. However, this one's sensitive to overall economic sensitivity. So if we get the bearish tendency in the overall marketplace, this one will be one of those that declines. But don't be hesitant to, after post earnings, to go ahead and go long, specifically if you get a great entry down at the 66 or even 65 range. That'd be the prime opportunity to go ahead, look out a couple weeks and get yourself like a $70 call, or maybe even get some shares and go long, looking for a nice flip over the coming weeks. Upcoming products and services. All right, team, we got the August links already out for the Levels Ladies Sunday Training and 5K Challenge. This thing is hitting people by storms. Already last week, we had 3 members hit the 5K Challenge. We had multiple members hit over 2K, and we have a ton of people that are getting interested and joining the team. Listen, I get it. $50 seems like a lot, but if I told you if you spent $50 and you had the opportunity to most likely make at least $2,000 in 1 week's time, would you think that was a good deal? I think you would, okay? So invest in yourself, take the leap, and join the team and come make this money with us. The link's in the description, or you can go at this website right here and check it out today. Sign up, and I'll see you in class, and I'll see you at the 5K Challenge the following week. And I know I've been beating this one up, but there's a reason, because we've been getting such positive feedback from this course. I gotta tell you guys about it, so I hope you guys go check it out. TWR Options Trading 101. This is our complete fundamental options trading course that is all digital online. It's equivalent to a 5-week course, and it has a virtual classroom that immerses you into like an online university platform. You have discussion forums, you have homework, you have video, and you have discussion forums where you can talk directly with other students and the TWR staff. Guys, we put this together with 3 years of knowledge-based curriculum so that this thing is from the cradle to the grave, everything you need to know from basic to intermediate to trade options, so that you are fundamentally sound and you are a sniper out there in the market. This is well worth the price, and I hope any of you that are serious about trading options and serious about really wanting to make money, you at least go to the website and check it out. Here's the link. Go check it out. You got any questions, you hit me up and I'll answer them all. And here's my email. I hope to see you in class, and I hope you learn and make some money with TWR. Oh, and I forgot to mention, the best thing about this is you pay the price of admission And you get lifetime updates. Every quarter, we're coming in there and we're updating the curriculum so that it's relevant as the market changes and evolve. So you're not just a one-stop shop and kill, okay? You're gonna keep getting content over and over again for the lifetime of your membership. Basically, it's like a TWR alumni. So like I said, it's well worth the price of admission, and I hope to see a whole bunch of you go to the website and at least read about it, check it out, and ask me some questions. Have to give an update on this class, okay? Originally, this class, like all of our other classes on 5 August, was going to be done live, but I have a last-minute engagement that I got told by Uncle Sam, hey, you got to go do this, so I'm not going to be able to do this class live on 5 August, but I'm going to do the class in the morning. I'm going to record it live, and I'm going to take questions via email and answer them on the live platform, and I'm going to send out the recording to everyone who purchases the class. So you're still going to get the training, you're still going to get all the answers and the questions live that you ask and all that type of stuff, the normal TWR flavor that we be pushing out, but it's just I won't be able to do it live via Zoom. So I do apologize about that, but if you still want the training, definitely get hooked up on this. Go to the link right there, traderswarroom.com/upcoming classes. This class is going to be fantastic. It's going over trading market waves so you can ride those huge market shifts for big bank. And this is one of those classes that's going to teach you guys how to make a lot of money off of volatility and price action shifts in the marketplace. So I hope to see you guys there. I'll definitely send out the class as soon as it's done recording and as soon as I get it processed on Saturday. Quit wasting money that's not making money and join TWR today. We cover it all at Traders War Room, whether you're looking for stocks, options, futures, forex, crypto, or even sports betting, or you want real-time alerts, live trading, algo signals, or even if you just want to be part of a community of like-minded investors to grow, learn, and share together as a team. Something for everyone, every budget, and every style. Join TWR today and trade with the bulls. The market is our war zone and stocks are the battle. Join TWR and let's go to war.
Pops, he a analyst, a veteran, and we ain't hating on them other dudes, we better than. I was down and then I learned about leveraging, and after that I ain't never went red again. Green, right? It ain't bad, it just seemed like something wrong with you if you say we ain't tight. Get in and get out before you think twice. Let's have a toast, you bring the drinks and I'll bring ice. Defeat's nice in the Traders War Room. What you wanna do in the Traders War Room?